Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aquarian Mind podcast. Today's podcast episode number 148. I'm your host, Jamel Crothers. It's Mondays with Mello, and today I want to talk about why you can't have it all. Because we've been given this fairy tale of how we can have it all. And the reality of it is you can't have it all. You have to choose what's important. Just to give you guys a real heads up. So like I said, too many times in our lives, we've been lied to. We've been told over and over again that we can have it all. The reality is we can't. And no one understands that you have to sacrifice to get what you need. We don't understand that even if you have it all, you have to sacrifice something to get there. And the one thing that I've learned is that in order for me to achieve greatness, I have to sacrifice things, and that I can't have it all. I can't hang out with friends, be active in the gym, watch TV all the time, and be able to get all of my work and goals accomplished. It's just not necessarily going to happen. And I say this because when I did live on the East Coast, and I have all my family, my friends there, things like that. I used to miss a lot of things, barbecues and family get-togethers, things like that. But if I was going to do those things, I made sure that I did a lot of work before I went and, spent hours of my time, hanging out with family and friends and things of that nature. Or, I do a good amount of work and then, you spend time with them and then the next day it's back to work. Like I just know that I have to be able to balance it out. And the reality of it is, well, for a while, there was really no way I could really be in a relationship, with someone and have a full-time job and work towards my goals. But see, now things are a lot different. I'm 6 years, well, over 6.5 years into my journey, into my writing. I have a lot of books already written and set, to go for this year, pretty much for the rest of this year. And, I have, written a lot of my books for next year. I record a lot of these podcasts ahead of time. So now things are a lot different. Now I can make space, for someone special in my life. And just give you guys the heads up. Yes, there is someone that I do like and care about a lot right now. And I am praying that everything, works out the way it needs to. It's, it's been a journey and it's, been really, really good and exciting for me. But, for a long time, I couldn't really focus on, that part of my life. But the reality of it is I am going to sacrifice something because, well, there isn't enough time in a day to get everything done. So, I do sacrifice hanging out pretty much. Like where I live now, I don't really go out that much. And it's due to certain situations and circumstances, but nothing bad, but more of I need to be focused on certain things. And I know that once I, get myself to a place where I'm really set for like next year, let's say, as you guys are listening to this, then I know that I can say, okay, I don't have to really focus on writing that much. I can, do my audio book recordings and I can, work on marketing my books from time to time. I don't have to sit and immerse myself into writing so much. And that's the beauty of it, And currently right now, I have a job situation where I'm working 4 days a week. That's going to change down the road when new opportunities come along and then I have to work 5 days a week. But, the other 3 days I am spending, it's, doing things that I need to do for myself, which is, working out, dedicating myself to my goals, making sure that I, stay on point with my writing, editing, proofreading, formatting, marketing my books, posting on social media from time to time. So those are the things that, I know that I have to focus on. So I can't have it all. It's really like not possible. I have to sacrifice certain things. So let's just say everything works out great for me, right? And I get to, be with the, most amazing woman ever that, I'm talking about right now, right? There's going to have to be balance, right? I'm not going to be able some days to sit, for hours at a time and just write. that there's going to be that day where it's like, okay, instead of writing for 3 hours, I'm probably going to have to cut that short to an hour and a half, but I make up for that on other days. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say, oh, hey, babe, I got to write for 3 hours today when we're supposed to spend time together. Like, I don't think that's going to sit well with her. I mean, there'll be times like we'll understand that we have to get certain things done and certain work done, and that's totally understandable. But I will say that there will have to be balance in my life, and I am willing to do that. And right now, I'm in a place where I am making space for that right now. So that's the good thing. And then boil it back to, friends. Like, I just don't make that time to hang out with friends. I don't want to exert a lot of my energy. I want to be focused on all the things that I want to be focused on, because I know that, you know, when we focus on too many things at one time, like, your mind just isn't in the right place. So when you focus on 2 to 3 things at a time, as far as your goals, and then you're able to, balance out your family, your friends, and your significant other, then it all works out for itself. And every day, there is the challenge of, okay, I've, got to focus on these goals for today, and then spend time with my significant other, and then, spend time with other friends and family. I don't know. But I will say that somewhere along the lines, you have to mentally focus on what's most important to you. And I've come to understand that, like, I know I can't have it all. Like, I can't goof around and not be focused, and then think that I can come back and then I'll be good, right? And I enjoy this journey a lot. And I know that this isn't going to last forever, right? And when people keep saying you can have it all, it's not necessarily reality. And if you're willing to sacrifice certain things for a certain amount of time, you'll be able to accomplish and achieve your goals. Like, a perfect example of this is, if you ever listen to athletes when they're retired, right? They will say, for however many years they played professional sports, and I'll say the great ones last anywhere between 12 and 15 years on average, right? They say that they really don't have the time to spend with their families. They miss birthdays, they miss weddings, they miss all of these barbecues and, baby showers and all of these, like, major, things that are happening in their lives. Why? Because they're dedicated to their craft, they're dedicated to their, specific sport that they're in, whether they're an NFL player or an NBA player or a Major League Baseball player, NHL player, whatever it is, right? And when they retire, it's a shift, because now they don't have to wake up at 5, 6 in the morning to go get a workout in, and they spend the whole day at the facility getting treatment and working out and watching film and meeting with coaches and all of that. That changes. So, that's the sacrifice that they make. And their significant others who they're married to, or, they're engaged to, or whatever it is, right? They're sacrificing not seeing them for long periods of time. An NBA player spends 9 out of the 12 months of their year pretty much dedicated to playing basketball. They're traveling, they're in different hotels, they're in different cities, they're changing time zones. It's a myriad of things. They have to go through treatment to get themselves ready for these games, right? And out of 15 guys on an NBA roster, you're going to say about 8 to 9 guys play significant minutes every night, right? So you're going through the trenches, and then when the season is done, then it's a little bit of rest, maybe a vacation or two, but then it's back to the grind because they've got to get better and they've got to maintain their skill level and they've got to work toward the next contract that they can get paid for. It's the same thing, right? Let's look at business, right? You're starting your own business, you're doing pretty well, you're balancing out, but now things get busier. And now you're growing your company, and now you got to deal with operations, and then you got to have an HR team, and then you got to hire new people, and then your business takes off, and now you're spending 12 to 15 hours of your day working, right? So now you're not around your family and your friends, and you have to sacrifice that to grow and to elevate your business to where you want it to be, right? That's just how it goes a lot of times, unfortunately. Now, I'm not saying I'm at that place in my life, and I'm not wishing that on myself at all. But what I am saying is I have been blessed enough to, have been, having been single for over 7 years as I speak, and I've been able to dedicate myself to my craft and to get better and to improve and to continually grow this podcast and to find, constant new content to write about, to speak about. And I think that now I'm in a really great place now in my life where I can fully balance out what I need to balance out, and we can push each other and motivate each other to do great and to achieve our goals and to get to where we want to be. So what I will say at the end of this is you can't have it all without sacrificing something somewhere along the lines. And with that said, that's my podcast for today. I thank you guys for listening. As always, be good, everyone, and go accomplish your goals.